Okay everybody, I'm taking a video picture of this tent because what I'm doing is I'm showing you this tent was just put up. I put it up right before it gets dark. I take it down either right before or right after it gets dawn out. Now, the reason why I'm showing you it, this is a Eureka one-person tent. Cost me $82 at Dick's Sporting Goods. It's got a black weatherization sheet that I made myself by taping with electrical tape 3 55-gallon contractor industrial size bags together, and then placing a brown tarp on the top of that in order to insulate it. And if you buy a tent like this, in fact if you buy any tent, make sure that you ventilate it, otherwise you're gonna have to wake up. You can't pack your tent if it's filled with condensation, you know, water from your breathing that accumulates within the tent walls as you're sleeping. So you're going to have to make sure that you create a way for for it to ventilate while you're sleeping at night. I finally figured out how to do it to where it works for me without compromising my warmth last night, which is good because it was totally compromising my schedule. I'm engaged in what is known as stealth camping. Now this tent is 2 feet 8 inches in height, 8 feet long, and 2 feet and 4 inches in width. So you can clearly see that this tent, and I am going to move from here because these are what is known as widowmakers, you know, these kinds of branches, but I have already taken a look at this tree, and it's got a pretty solid base. Even though it's dead, it does have a pretty solid base, and there are still some live branches on it. So, and if it does fall, I've already taken a look at how it would fall. There's a great possibility that it would miss me altogether. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say at least an 8. So the point being, because of the length of it, but I am getting ready to move from here. The point being is that this tent doesn't go up until right before dark, and it gets taken down either right before light or right after it. Okay? Once it's taken down, I then pack it up, put it in my backpack. I fold up this stuff and hide it in the area, totally camouflaged, and the blankets and sleeping bags that are in it go in a 55-gallon industrial size bag, and then they're hidden as well. But I just got them buying a really big gigantic duffel bag at Walmart, and I'm going to use that to start putting my sleeping bags and clothes in it. That way no one can say they heard me crinkling the contractor bags by putting the stuff in the bags. It is my intention to take away every single normal appearing excuse that the organized stalking, gang stalking perpetrators in the system who prop up staged events so they can arrest you for camping. And I've already made a lot of videos concerning that craziness, so you can just go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Methods and Tactics of Gang Stalking," "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Criminal Motivations of Gang Stalking," "Learning Disabled Woman exposes flat out evidence of gang stalking," and then you'll be able to surmise why I have to do what I gotta do. So when you look at the height of this tent alone, I mean, look how small it is. Okay, this tent right here it doesn't even get to my waist in reference to its height. Not at all. It's 2 feet 8 inches high, 2 feet 4 inches in width, 8 feet long. Plus the tent itself has got a tarp on it that completely blends in with the landscape, and so does black does as well, because black blends in with the darkness of the trees, the darkness of the dirt, shadows of trees, and so on and so forth. Okay, the point being is that it was my intention to buy this tent, and right now I have 2 tents coming from Walmart that were ordered online, and we're gonna see if they don't come in. They gave me a confirmation email saying that that FedEx has shipped them, and that they will be sending me an email once they have arrived. It's been 5 days. Have I been gang stalked at the Walmart it got sent to? Absolutely. The one on Shawline Road in Claremont, which is in Claremont, which is in San Diego County in California. So we're going to see if they miraculously never come in, and if they do, we're going to see if they're damaged. Absolutely. Even though they've already taken money off my American Express gift card for it. So we're going to see if I'm never contacted by them, causing me to have to go down there, and then they say, "We don't know what you're talking about. We don't got no order for you." Absolutely. They will do anything and everything. And I got the audio evidence on more than one occasion proving that I was gang stalked at that Walmart. Getting back to this situation, I'm making this video because, and then, oh, let me just backtrack for a minute. Now, this is some weatherization sheet walls that I put up that only take me a second to take down. And I do this so like right before I go to bed, I'll open up that real small itty bitty corner right there, prop up the flap with a stick, and take a few puffs off a cigarette. And then the cigarette is immediately put out, and a can I have with me goes over the ashes, pertaining to the ashes that came off the cigarette. So, and plus me, I've also cleared away all the leaves and everything that are right by that area. Now, and then this is 3 weatherization sheets here that would block out any small itty bitty sections of light that might be able to be seen when I open up that itty bitty small corner to have a few puffs off a cigarette at night. Where I am at right now, there is literally no way whatsoever that you can see and or hear me or see any of my property. All my property that does not blend in with the color of the landscape is intentionally at all times kept out of sight unless I'm airing something out because of rain. Okay? Excuse me. Now, you cannot see me from any direction on any side, and the location that I am at, okay? Well, let me just put it this way. The spot I am at within this geographical location, the property, nobody for any reason should be coming up in here except for maybe one employment description, and I don't even see why they would be doing that because it looks like they've already been here. The point being is that what I'm doing is bottlenecking, tightening the noose on all the available normal appearing excuses and reasons that anybody would confront me here about camping, including homeless men, RP workers, volunteers for RP personnel, landscape workers, utility company personnel, RR employees, even people that are acting like they're enjoying the area pertaining to what the area actually is. I am so far off from any spot on this geographical location to where you would have to, any excuse that would be used would be completely bizarre and totally transparent that it's nothing but bullshit. Okay? Absolutely. So we're going to see who points the finger to the police, okay, for them. It'll be a staged event. Staged events in gang stalking are called street theaters, in order to make it appear that the police have a normal appearing reason to know where I'm at. Also, in closing, on any date, including tomorrow morning, the next day, next week, any day in between, next month, any day in between, and so on and so forth, we're going to see if they prop up, because when I leave here for the day, the tent gets taken down. Gets taken with me, and everything that's left here is completely hidden out of sight. So we're going to see when I come home on any date if any homeless men and or women are propped up close by. Okay? That'll be done. Hang on. Alright, now you can go to Google and type in how gang stalking perpetrators will use homeless people, because they're easily bought off, and paid for, they're easily relocated, and a million different excuses can be used by the police pertaining to why they can't find them. Okay? But propping them up down here, even at the very spot that I'm camping at, because again, when I leave here, everything's taken down. The tent's taken with me, the tarp and everything else is hidden, and all the sleeping bags and everything are hidden. So when I leave here, okay, they could easily bring somebody up in here, have them prop up their tent, and when I come back here, I see them, and they believe that that will psychologically motivate me to do what? Move to another location that's further away from neighbors that can hear me scream. Do you understand? Now, when you go to Google and type in how gang stalking perpetrators will rent apartments next to a target, how they will get also current tenants that are above, below, or next to a target, like in an apartment complex or a motel, to harass a target with gang stalking methods, if they'll go to that length, as well as perpetrating the gang stalking harassment the target endures along all their routes every day, everywhere they go, bus routes, bus stops, walking, all businesses they go into, university campuses, public libraries. Okay, when you look at the length that the filthy red-ass animals who are hosting all of this harassment, when you look at the length they're going to, and the fact that if they'll run apartments next to a target, if they'll bring current tenants that are already running apartments above, below, or next to a target in an apartment complex or motel room to get them to engage in gang stalking methods towards a target, if they'll go through all that do you really honestly think? And if they'll make a target homeless, which they do, which is all over the internet, if they'll go through all that, do you honestly think for 1 second that they will not gang stalk a person to their hiking area? Absolutely. So, what I do is make predictions. So we're going to see on any date if they prop up any homeless skanks that camp out around me, anywhere, within 2,000 feet. Absolutely. Not a foot before. On any date, including at this area. If I come home on any date and my property is missing, damaged, or stolen, it'll be directly connected to gang stalking. And if the police are called on me by anybody, I don't give a shit what the police say. I don't care who's used for it. It'll fucking be nothing but gang stalking. And in closing, if I am assaulted here, robbed, raped, any of my property damaged or stolen, including my bike or the bike lock or any functionality of the bike, it'll be gang stalking. They've already came down up in here and flat my tire once within 5 days of me buying it, brand new bike that I bought at Walmart. Okay, I gotta go. My name is Leslie Williams. In closing, go to Google and YouTube and type in "learning disabled woman exposes flat out evidence of gang stalking," "learning disabled woman catches gang stalking," "learning disabled woman catches gang stalkers admitting sent to harass." Read comments. Okay? Yeah, you wouldn't believe the evidence I got. It's astronomical. Alright, I gotta get going. It's getting real dark out and I still gotta get inside my tent and put my jammies on. Everybody have a blessed day and thank you for listening.